Okay, so this is kind of a neat thing that I want to show you in Onshape. I think it's pretty cool. I would not have figured this out on my own, but we're going to make a sphere, like a ball. All right, how would you do that? I'm going to create a document, call it sphere. By the way, if you think you can figure this out on your own, that would be an interesting exercise rather than watching the answer, the solution. So I click on front, so we're looking here at the front face. I'm going to say sketch. Here's how we make a sphere. Sketch. I'm going to sketch on the front face. I'm going to select a center point circle. I'm going to hover over the middle. I'm going to click and make a circle. No problem. Okay, but here's something new. I'm going to choose the line tool and hover over the top here and scroll down to the bottom here. Now, this is an interesting thing to remember for Onshape and 3D drawing in general. It knows when we connected that we must have connected these two ends of the circle for a reason. And so notice, as I go back and forth here, it sees not one big circle, but two half circles, which is important because now we're going to go up to this trim tool and I'm going to hover over this line. Notice now, only this side of the circle highlights. This does not. So by putting this line across, it treats these as two separate half circles instead of one entire circle. I'm going to select and it just cut it in half. So now we've got a semicircle. Fine. We're going to use another tool to make this into a sphere. That is the revolve tool. And when you choose the revolve tool, this will be true for I think just about anything that you try to revolve. It's going to say what's the face, in other words, a flat. What flat part are we talking about and wanting to revolve? And what's the axis? What are we going to revolve it around? And just for fun, this is the face that we are revolving. But what if I revolved it around this line here, the outer part, the circumference of this semicircle? I'm going to say revolve axis. I select that, and I'm going to say let's revolve it around here. And when I click on this, I think it's going to do it immediately. I wonder what that's going to look like. Check mark it and see what happens. All right, like went away. I don't even know. Let's try this again then. So we're going to select this thing that we're working on. We're going to choose our revolve tool. This time for my revolve axis, I'm going to select this line. And I think when it revolves it, what do we got? I don't know how well you can see this, but this is a sphere. You guys are hopefully going to get better than me because working on the sphere can be kind of difficult. Because where does the surface begin and end, and how do you draw on the sketch itself? I'm really not good at that, but I will show you. I'm going to accept what that was. I'm going to go ahead and sketch on this guy, and let's say I'm going to sketch. It won't even let me pick the sphere because that's not a surface. I have to select a sketch plane. I'm going to say front. And I'm going to make a center point circle. When I make this, that's actually under the sphere somewhere. It is not on top of it. So if I extrude this and I say, let's say 0.25, that's a cylinder that I'm creating that should stick out of this. Let's look at it. It doesn't. You can't see it at all because it's underneath somewhere. So let's go and extrude this. I'm going to right click, edit, What if I didn't extrude it 0.25? What if I extruded it 5 inches? A 5-inch cylinder. Now we've got this thing sticking out of this of the sphere, and we just make sure. Let's see if this is hollow, or if it's filled in. I'm going to sketch, pick my plane, which I have to do out here, not on the sphere, and center point circle. Let's make a thing here, and let's extrude this. But now let's say remove, and let's say 10, maybe through all, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Didn't like that. Let's look on the other side. Ah, yes, we've made a hole in the back end because it started from wherever the front plane is, and this sphere is protruding both directions. Anyway, spheres are cool and fun to make, and when you guys become experts, you can maybe use that for a cool project.